Hej, gramy dalej w Dead Synchronicity. No i teraz wracamy do miasta. Ostatnio daliśmy procę wykonaną przez nas dzieciom Miszy. No i doprowadziliśmy tym samym do śmierci jednego z wartowników. Ale zyskaliśmy grube skórzane rękawice. Mamy też pokrowiec na fotel i jego właśnie użyjemy na piwnicy. Tak, przypominam, że potrzebny był nam tłumik, aby odgłosy stłuczonego szkła nie były słyszane przez strażników, przez policjantów. No i teraz spróbujemy użyć tutaj łomu.
Okay, let's try this. And let's cross our fingers that the seat cover absorbs the noise of the breaking glass. If the soldiers next door find me, they'll blow my head off without bothering to ask questions.
You've done it. Thank you. Thank you. I'm safe now. God bless you, stranger. You saved my life.
Take care of yourself, old man. And I don't have to tell you, don't open the door to strangers.
A wbrew pozorom starszym ludziom trzeba przypominać o tym, żeby nie otwierali nieznajomym, ponieważ często są już ze względu na swój wiek oderwani nieco od rzeczywistości, naiwni. No i niektórzy, to bardzo smutne, wykorzystują właśnie tę naiwność starszych. Zyskaliśmy nożyce do metalu, bo staruszek je zostawił. No a tutaj w parku samobójców były te gęste chaszcze, które uniemożliwiały nam przejście dalej. No i teraz będziemy mogli się ich pozbyć.
Let's see what's on the other side of this hedge. No! Please! These visions! My head!
You won't get any of his things. I won't allow it. Do you hear me?
Michael, is that you? Thank God we found you. It's me, Chris. Don't you recognize me? But there is a solution, Michael. All is not lost. There is still a possibility of salvation for us. For each and every one of us.
You have to stop this, Michael. You have to quit.
I can't do it!
It's destroying us, don't you see? It's killing us.
It's that demon inside me! I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. These visions are getting more intense all the time. The pain is unbearable. Who's Chris? Salvation is still possible, he said. Could that be true? And once again, that female voice has been haunting me since I woke up. Who is she? Why was she so distressed? What the hell happened to us? Or is going to happen to us?
Cóż, jeśli zaznaczam, te wizje to były jakieś przebłyski z prawdziwego życia Johna. Jeśli ta kobieta była jego żoną, no wszystko na to wskazuje. To mogło to znaczyć, że nasz bohater Michael był alkoholikiem. I być może stosował przemoc w stosunku do żony. To ten demon we mnie. No byłoby to smutne, no ale na razie nie wiemy. Tylko jakieś strzępki do nas docierają, do naszej świadomości, do świadomości głównego bohatera.
There's a flat metal object buried in the bushes, but I can't see it very well from this side of the fence.
Aczkolwiek tak z czasem nawet dochodzę do wniosku, że ta klasyfikacja 15+ mogłaby być za niska, bo mamy nie tylko wykorzystywanie bezbronnej kobiety w roli prostytutki, ale także z tego co tutaj widać alkoholizm, fala samobójstw, przemoc olbrzymia. Także myślę, że na każdym poziomie emocji ta gra jest brutalna. Więc myślę, że nawet 18+ byłoby dobrą kwalifikacją.
Okay, I'll wear the gloves to cut the electrified wire. Perfect. Let's see what's down here. It's a trapdoor, and it looks like it hasn't been used in a long, long time. This door leads to a dingy back room. What the hell could be in here?
I can hear the buzz of electricity coming from inside, but I can't figure out anything more without a little more light.
Jest tu ciemno, ale jakieś przebłyski tutaj. Znaczy widzimy jakieś zarysy i nie są to zarysy, które byłyby optymistyczne.
What is this place? Where the devil am I? It seems like the small building at the ground level is just camouflage. The most important part is here underground. Are all of them dissolved? How many patients can there be packed in here? Dozens? Hundreds? This is horrible.
Worki ze zwłokami rzucane na sterty. Też motyw, który się pojawia w filmach science fiction, w filmach postapokaliptycznych. Mnóstwo zakrwawionych ciał. No w tym kontekście to 12+. Trochę smutno wygląda.
Let's see if this grate can be removed.
Być może po prostu osoba, która odpowiadała za przydzielenie grze klasyfikacji,
It looks like this hole leads to a passageway on the other side.
nie znała zbyt dobrze tej gry. Ale no, koniec może tematu. Nie ja za to odpowiadam, są specjaliści, którzy to ustalają. W każdym razie miejsce szokujące. Jeszcze bardziej niż ten park samobójców. No tam byli ludzie, którzy sami targnęli się na swoje życie, którzy powiedzmy w jakiś sposób byli świadomi tego co ich czeka. Sami wybrali, no może nie do końca, bo nie wybrali tego, w jakich warunkach przychodzi im żyć, no ale swój koniec wybrali. No a tutaj ludzie, którzy konają, jeszcze tam pewnie, no nie wiem, czy to były same zwłoki, ale zwłoki pakowano do worków, więc pewnie ci ludzie najpierw żyją, tutaj prowadzą na nich jakieś eksperymenty, no i dopiero później rzucają ich na sterty ciał, jak rzeczy, jak przedmioty.
There's a bunch of papers stuck to the door of the closet. There seems to be some type of bureaucratic form among them.
Brygada sprzątająca protokół misji numer 19/36, zespół medyczny 2, zespół wojskowy 2. Szacowany czas trwania 3 godziny. GPS należy wprowadzić kompletny adres miejsca docelowego. Upewnij się, że dysponujesz aktualną bazą danych geograficznych. Test na infekcję. Zielone brak infekcji, czerwone infekcja, czyli istnieje test, który potrafi ustalić, czy osoba jest chora, czy nie. Karabiny dalekiego zasięgu w głównej zbrojowni. No i tu mamy cele priorytetowe, najwyższe ryzyko osoby. Data urodzenia, imię, nazwisko, no i też miejsce. Przypuszczam, że to są autorzy gry, bo mamy takie, powiedzmy, ich portrety. A także data urodzenia, która sugeruje, że to raczej osoby młode. No i tak przypuszczam, że to mogą być autorzy gry, aczkolwiek nie czytałem na ten temat. W każdym razie węszę tutaj taki sympatyczny easter egg. No i zneutralizowane cele. Być może to również współpracownicy czy autorzy. Czy możemy otworzyć szafę?
A tiny lock is preventing me from opening the door, and despite its size, it seems to be very strong.
Nie możemy przynajmniej na razie, ale tutaj są jakieś otwarte drzwi.
Unlike its neighbors, this door is hanging open. All I see inside are remnants of stickers and torn photographs. It looks like someone left in a hurry, without even saying goodbye.
A tutaj wszyscy żegnają się niestety, albo z bliskimi, albo z tym światem. Jest wielkie pożegnanie. Cała ludzkość jest na skraju upadku.
The future is in our hands. Collaborate, rebuild, report. From the text, I say this poster must have been part of a government campaign launched after the Great Wave.
Propaganda najlepiej się ma w trudnych czasach.
Locked, of course. I'm starting to get annoyed with this sense of ownership I see in all the people with closets, lockers, and other storage furniture in the city.
Bo w trudnych czasach ludzie szukają czegoś, na czym mogą oprzeć swoją wiarę, swoją nadzieję. No i w tym momencie, kiedy wchodzi ktoś z propagandowymi hasłami, to łatwiej mu jest manipulować ludźmi. Aczkolwiek takie dobre czasy bez zagrożeń też potrafią być złudne, potrafią zamknąć człowiekowi oczy na to, co dzieje się obok. Także wszystko ma swoje plusy dodatnie i plusy ujemne. No dobra, trzeba użyć łomu.
I'd rather use a key to open this case, but I'm a bit short on time. So,
Who is it? Who's there?
excuse me,
What are you doing here? Have you come to steal something? Take one more step and I'll call the soldiers.
No, wait, please, don't do that.
Security, this is Nurse Uma Grundy. I need you to come right away.
No, wait! You can't turn me in. Those soldiers will kill me if they find me here.
You should have thought of that before you walked into this trap. You'd better save your breath and get out of here fast, before those savages get here.
Steal? No, you're wrong about me. I'm not a thief.
You just broke the glass on one of our pharmacy cabinets. What am I supposed to think?
There's a reasonable explanation for all of this, I promise you.
You'd better be convincing when those soldiers get here. I can hear them coming now. Come on, get out of here now while you still have time.
I thought the first priority of people in the medical profession was to save lives, and you're going to get me killed.
Don't you dare judge me. You have no idea what we're going through in here. Our priority is our patients, and yours should be to get out of here as fast as you can, if you value your life.
Wait a minute, did you say Uma? Nurse Uma?
Yes, that's my name.
Wait, please don't turn me in. I know your father. I saved his life just a few hours ago. They were going to deport him to the refugee camp, but I was able to stop it.
My God, did you say my father? Tell me, how is he? Has anything happened to him?
Don't worry, Uma. He's safe. He told me about you and your work in this place. He was worried. He'll want to know that you're all right. Wait, please don't turn me in.
This is Nurse Uma Grundy. It turned out to be a false alarm. You don't have to come, thank you.
Thank you, Uma. You did the right thing. My name is Michael.
But now you should explain why you burst in here like that. What are you looking for, Michael?
I came to get medicine. I need a cure for the dissolved.
Cure? There's no such thing. You won't find it here or anywhere else. The authorities distributed a memo among the medical staff months ago. I'm sure you can still find a copy of it around here somewhere. It told us that they've definitely abandoned the search for a medicine. You made a mistake risking your life to get in here. The only thing we store here is pain. This place is a tomb for those poor infected devils, but also for the people who work here. I'm sorry, Michael. The dissolved are condemned to death.
No, that can't be. There has to be a solution. A cure. Oh man. Poor Rod. Poor Colin.
Porzućcie nadzieję. No niestety, to czego można się było obawiać okazało się prawdą. Lek nie istnieje. A przynajmniej tutaj, w tej części świata, nic o nim nie wiedzą. Wiele takich historii też się pojawia. No ale człowiek musi mieć nadzieję, jeśli chce dalej żyć, jeśli chce też coś zrobić dla swoich bliskich, żyć dla nich, to musi mieć nadzieję, że coś może zrobić, że coś może się poprawić, że istnieje coś, w tym wypadku lek, który uleczy. No i taką nadzieję miał Rod, taką nadzieję miała na pewno jego żona. No i także wojsko rozpowszechniało pewnie tę informację, bo jest to na rękę wojsku, by ludzie mieli tę nadzieję, by chcieli pracować, by nie wzniecili jakiegoś buntu. No ale cóż, okazało się, że leku nie ma.
But I heard in the refugee camp, they said a cure is being produced and stored here. Well, if that's not the case, what's the purpose of a building like this?
The Army deliberately keeps that rumor about a possible cure alive. You see, as long as people still have some hope left, it is much easier to control the city more effectively. But it's a lie.
I understand.
This medical center was built just after the Great Wave, taking advantage of some abandoned underground facilities. That was when the authorities were beginning to work on their project to rebuild the city. They told us the building was going to be used to take in the first patients. Of course, we had no idea the disease would become so widespread. I left my job in a clinic downtown to come here. I wanted to lend a hand. They demanded total confidentiality about our work to avoid causing panic in the population. Not even my father knew what we were really doing in here.
Yes, He told me that when I asked him about this place.
At first, we treated the patients with great care. There was medicine to ease their suffering and even research into a possible cure. Everything was going smoothly.
And then what happened?
Things started to go wrong. When the number of patients multiplied, we couldn't keep up. And then we began to run out of even the most basic supplies. And that was when the army took over complete control of the center.
Yeah, that sounds familiar.
Then they sealed off the building. No one was allowed to leave, not even us. We doctors and nurses have been shut in here for months, isolated without even a glimpse of daylight. They say it's for security reasons. It's for our own safety. Oh yeah, now our medical care is limited to wrapping up the patients in plastic bags, like the ones they use to transport cadavers, and then simply waiting for them to die, doing what little we can do to ease their suffering. Then we dispose of their remains, dissolving the black bags in acid for decontamination. And that's about it. That's all we can do with the resources we have. And sometimes it's just too much to bear.
Ale człowiek się uodparnia, niestety. Albo stety, musi jakoś żyć, musi się przystosować do nowej sytuacji. Trochę wam zaspoilowałem, przepraszam z tym wojskiem. Aczkolwiek no to też było dość oczywiste, bo jednak łatwiej kontrolować ludzi, łatwiej nimi manipulować, jeśli da się im jakąś nadzieję, jeśli da się coś, co ich podtrzyma przy życiu, przy tej nadziei.
Condemned to die. I heard their cries of pain out there. What really happens to the dissolved?
These people suffer the most excruciating pain and die in the most horrible way I've ever seen. The first symptoms are bouts of nausea and fainting, which become more frequent and prolonged as the disease progresses, until in the end their entire metabolism enters a state of shock. Then their entire cell structure dissolves. It simply disintegrates. There's no medical explanation. It just happens. But there's something even stranger about the disease.
What could be stranger than what you just told me?
The dissolved become erratic, unpredictable, eccentric. They're uncontrollable. That's why the army fears them. They're afraid of their unpredictable behavior, but also of their strange messages. So the sole function of this place is to keep them locked away, hidden, and under the army's control, until death takes them off their hands, one by one. It's also why people who harbor the dissolved are punished. And it's also the reason for the existence of the cleanup brigades.
Ciekawe informacje na temat tej choroby. I interesujące są dwie sprawy. Pierwsza, kiedy się pojawiają objawy? Czy w pierwszym stadium choroby i jak szybko ta choroba się rozwija i też jak szybko pojawiają się objawy? No bo każdy może być właściwie chory.
But I thought they were just controlling the patients to keep the disease from spreading.
But that's a lie, a blatant lie. The spread of the disease is accelerating. The number of cases is multiplying every day. But it's not contagious. We doctors and nurses have been treating the sick for months, in direct contact with them and their remains. And the rate of contagion among us is no higher than out there. The army is lying.
But then, how is the disease spread?
We don't know, Michael. No one knows. What we do know is that it's not caused by direct contact with the victims. There's another reason for the Army's secrecy about the dissolved. Fear. It's human nature to fear the unknown. We tend to panic when faced with something we don't understand. And this damn disease is more than any of us can handle.
And what is it that makes the dissolve so unpredictable and dangerous?
They know, Michael. You probably think I'm crazy, but I'm telling you, they know. They talk about events no one else knows about. They sense things. They bring back information from the places they go. And they talk to the dead there, Michael. They communicate with the dead. They know, Michael. That's all.
They're just sick people, Uma.
No! They're more than just ordinary sick people. You wouldn't talk like that if you had been living with them, and their messages and their prophecies all these months.
Wait a minute. Did you just say the dissolved make prophecies?
Let me tell you a story. When I first came to the center, I became friendly with a patient, a 13-year-old girl. All the time I was taking care of her, she never stopped chatting. She told me all about the underground highways. She said she went there every day.
Underground highways?
She said they all went there when they lost consciousness. Obviously, I felt great pity for the girl, but in time I also came to feel tremendous fear. I was afraid of that poor, hopeless child. Her visions, her dreams, her messages terrified me. And then one night she sat down next to another patient, an older woman who looked surprisingly healthy. According to our calculations, this woman still had a few months to live. The woman had just lost consciousness. "Leave me alone with her," the girl said to me. "It won't be long now." And she took the woman's hand. And just seconds later, the woman started to dissolve, shrieking and writhing in pain, until there was nothing left of her but a puddle of brown, viscous liquid. The girl turned to me and said, "I knew she was leaving us, and I didn't want her to go alone. That would have been very sad, wouldn't it, Uma?" The girl's face was still dripping with the remains of the patient. She knew what was going to happen, Michael. She saw it. From then on, my fear became uncontrollable. I felt defenseless next to her.
I understand.
Finally, my panic was so great that I refused to go anywhere near her. And I even, God forgive me, I felt secretly relieved when she herself finally dissolved. They know, Michael, and that's why they're so dangerous to the people in power now.
Uff.
The cleanup brigades. I've seen how they behave.
They're savages. I despise them. They're like predatory animals, heartless and unscrupulous. The rest of the staff refuses to share the facilities with them, so their lockers are out in the hallway. That's where they keep everything they need for their hunting expeditions. The GPSs, the disease detection tests, their ID badges. Each unit is made up of 2 soldiers, 1 doctor and 1 nurse. I mean, doctors and nurses collaborating with those bloodthirsty animals. But then they say, "What do you want? It's our job, and somebody's got to do it."
Yes, that phrase sounds familiar. It's bone-chilling. Police and criminals using exactly the same words to justify their actions. You gotta do what you gotta do. That seems to be the slogan of the executioners of this new world.
Talk to my father, Michael. Tell him that I'm all right, that he shouldn't worry, that we'll be seeing each other soon, very soon.
Jeśli do tej pory mieliśmy nadzieję jeszcze jakąś, to teraz można chyba do reszty ją stracić. Z każdym odkrytym faktem sytuacja wygląda coraz gorzej.
Let's see. Inside I only see dust and old papers and a tiny key.
No ale nie wolno się poddawać, nawet jeśli tylko taka mała iskierka tej nadziei pozostała.
Let's see if it's the key to this closet. Bingo! I'm not going to take any. A small red LED is blinking on all of them, an unmistakable sign that they've been used.
No, czyli kilka rzeczy zabraliśmy.
It's
Raport
an
do leku.
internal army memo for the hospital's medical staff. The report talks about the failure to develop a cure for the dissolved, and what's even worse, the decision to finally abandon the search for one. Authorized vehicle pass. It's the ID that allows the cleanup brigades to get in and out of the hospital compound in their macabre ambulances. From what I can tell, the army can pump you full of lead if you try to come through the gate without one of these. According to one of the cleanup brigade's forums, this is the device they use to navigate during their raids. Sort of like an electronic map. It looks like some satellites are actually still working after the Great Wave. Something I could easily confirm if this contraption had batteries in it.
Baterię trzeba będzie jakoś zdobyć. Drewniana skrzynka nie jest tak chyba interesująca, bym musiał sprawdzać, co ma na jej temat do powiedzenia nasz bohater. No i teraz możemy chyba to miejsce opuścić. Czy na dobre, czy tylko chwilowo, to się okaże. I co? I wracamy? Wracamy do obozu? Chyba tak.
This street is even more desolate and silent than it was before. I guess while I was in the subterranean hospital for the dissolved, the soldiers called the curfew.
A jeszcze porozmawiajmy z siostrą wielebnego Blake'a.
What are you doing out here, ma'am? What's the matter?
It's my brother. He's disappeared. We don't know where he is.
What do you mean he's disappeared?
Well, we haven't seen him since he spoke to you, since he ran out of the church. We've been searching for him for hours and can't find him anywhere.
And you don't have any idea where he might have gone?
No, he simply ran out of the door, completely out of control. I've never seen him so upset, and we haven't heard anything from him since. I just know that something terrible has happened to him. My brother is very sick and he shouldn't be out there alone and unprotected. I fear the worst.
Calm down. There's no reason to think that anything has happened to him.
I have a feeling that something awful has happened. I'm sure of it. Besides, the soldiers have already called the curfew. If they find him on the street alone and lost, in his condition, my brother is a very beloved and respected person. But those beasts don't care who he is.
I understand.
We have to get off the street. Please, if you see my brother, tell him to come home. Tell him we're waiting for him.
Of course. I'll do that.
Także coraz więcej problemów. Tym razem musimy znaleźć wielebnego Blake'a, którego może nieumyślnie wpakowaliśmy w kłopoty.
One of the soldiers guarding the camp gate is blocking the entrance. What the hell could have happened?
The camp is closed, Rat. Get away from the gate.
But I have to come in. It's urgent. What happened?
There's no understanding you worms. Always wanting to get out of here. Once you're outside, you're dying to get back in. One of our soldiers was killed, and the camp will remain closed until the matter is cleared up. So take a hike.
There was an attack?
Yes. Someone hit one of the sentries in the watchtowers with a rock and made him fall out. He was killed instantly. Luckily, it seems there was a witness who saw the perpetrators launch the projectile, and they have been detained. But we never trust the testimony of a rat, so we're waiting for the criminals to confess, or for the murder weapon to turn up.
I don't think it's gonna take very long to get the truth out of these kids. Or to find the weapon they used to commit the crime.
Good God. What have I done? I knew I shouldn't have gotten them mixed up in this. But they're just a couple of scared kids. Don't you see that? What are you planning on doing with them?
Killing an official is punishable by death, and martial law is quite clear in this respect. They acted as adults, and they will pay for their actions as adults. As soon as they confess, or we find the weapon they used to commit the crime, we'll take care of matters. Do you have a problem with the law being enforced?
You're nothing but a gang of warped psychopathic pigs.
One more word and I'll blow your head off right now, bastard. I couldn't care less what privileges that bracelet might give you. Get out of my sight.
Those pigs are gonna kill the boys, and it'll be my fault. I'll be responsible for their deaths. I can't let that happen. I have to do something, and fast. But what?
No to Michael narobił. Najpierw Blake, który zaginął, kiedy daliśmy mu ten niby tablica z lwem i płomieniami. Z głową lwa nad czy pod płomieniami. A teraz jeszcze chłopcy zostali też przy naszym udziale oskarżeni, słusznie zresztą, o morderstwo. No i być może zostaną rozstrzelani, jeśli nic nie zrobimy. No cóż, musimy działać, ale tym zajmiemy się w kolejnym odcinku. Na pewno będzie interesujący i no i wiele się wyjaśni. Przynajmniej jeśli chodzi o chłopców, o Blake'a. No a na teraz to już wszystko. Zapraszam do kolejnych odcinków. Do usłyszenia. Pa, pa.